universities benchmark, and why? Are there, positive aspects, and what are the positive or the negative aspects of benchmarking, and what should we take into account? So I'm gonna ask Andy to start this discussion, since as a consultant you come across a lot of diversity of universities, institutions, and also organizations. So what do you see in the field, Andy?
Yeah, so I mean, the pros and cons of benchmarking, I think as Jenny already indicated, there's so many differences, even within a small geographical region. You have every kind of institution. And as you said, Sandra, I work not only with universities and colleges and schools, but foundations and NGOs and government agencies and public school, that, all kinds of organizations that have alumni types of audiences. So, there are kind of two, I think of it as there are kind of two basic ways to benchmark. One is to benchmark your organization's progress against other organizations. The second is to benchmark internally against your own progress towards goals that you've set for yourself. And I do think that while it can be instructive to know what other people prioritize, what they're measuring, how they're tracking things, it can sometimes be misleading because you don't always incorporate into your analysis all the differences in the institutions themselves, the student experience, the cultural aspect of that institution, the academic mission, the scale, the setting, the funding, the staffing, it's just the maturity of the program. How long have you even been doing this work, So I encourage people to understand each other's sort of peer priorities, but I really also encourage people to focus more on internal benchmarking. Measure the metrics, and I think if we talk about like how you define engagement, which I think we may, you have a definition for engagement at your institution. Jenny gave us some sort of industry standards a minute ago. You track your current status against those metrics, and then you track your own progress against those indicators internally over time. You have a strategy, you have some goals set, and you should pay maybe more attention to whether you're actually on track to achieve your own goals than whether you're competing effectively or ineffectively with an institution, which in terms of alumni engagement, you're not actually competing with them anyway. Unlike in say attracting research funding for academics, they have to compete with other institutions. Admissions has to enroll students who have a choice of where to matriculate. But with alumni, our audiences are already sort of identified. And so we can worry more about our own progress internally over time.